In September 2021, a video appeared on Facebook in Savannah, Georgia. It showed a woman walking out of a bank, carrying $47,000 in cash, her father's life savings. Every dollar he had ever saved, gone. In one afternoon, people who saw the video said she looked calm, collected, like she had done nothing wrong. Her name was Carol Simmons, 48 years old, and within 6 hours, the entire town knew her face. The comments were vicious. How do you steal from your own father? He worked his whole life for that money. She should be in prison. Carol never responded. Not to a single comment. Not to a single message. She just drove home, with $47,000 in a bag, on the passenger seat, and sat in her driveway, for a long time, before she went inside. What nobody in that comment section knew, was that Carol's phone had rung, at 6 a.m. the morning before. It was her father, Edwin, 81 years old, Korean War veteran, the kind of man who built everything from nothing, and never complained about any of it. He had been diagnosed with early-stage dementia 3 months earlier. He told Carol. He told nobody else. He wasn't ready. But Edwin had watched his own father lose everything, every dollar, to a predatory care facility. In the 1980s, he had one obsession. Before the dementia took hold, he wanted his money in Carol's hands, not a bank's, not a facility's, not the government's, hers, while he still had the clarity to choose. So he called her on a Monday morning and said, "I need you to come tomorrow. I need you to take it all, before I can't ask you anymore." Carol drove 4 hours. She didn't sleep the night before. She walked into that bank and withdrew every dollar her father had ever saved for him, because he asked her to, because he trusted her, with the only thing he had left to give, while he still knew who she was. Before she went in, Edwin waited in the car. He handed her a note. It said, "This is yours now. You always knew what to do with the things that mattered, Dad." Carol put it in her coat pocket. She kept it there, through everything that came next. The police arrived at Edwin's house that evening. He opened the door and listened carefully while they explained why they were there. Then he looked at the officer and said, My daughter didn't steal from me. I gave her everything I had because she's the only one I trust to make sure it means something after I'm gone." Then he invited them in for coffee, because Edwin was that kind of man. Carol used the money exactly the way Edwin hoped. She found a small care home, family run, 12 residents, a garden out back, 30 minutes from her house. Edwin moved in 6 months after the withdrawal. He has his own room, his own chair by the window. Carol visits 4 times a week. She brings his favorite, butterscotch candy, and the newspaper, even though he reads the same stories twice now. On his first day at the care home, Edwin introduced Carol to the staff. He said, "That's my daughter. She drove 4 hours to save my life. I just had to ask her once." He still knows her name. Every time she walks in, Carol considers that the most